a franchise that has stood the test of time, rising from the arcades of the early 90s to becoming one of the most beloved fighting game series in history. But as brutal and gory as some of its fatalities, Mortal Kombat has had its own brutal journey. Today we're diving into the rise, the fall, and rise again of...
In 1992, Ed Boon and John Tobias unleashed okay, we don't have to keep cutting to that scene every time I say... Okay, anyway, it was a game that forever changed the fighting game genre. Blood? Check. Fatalities? Check. Controversy? Oh, you bet. But it wasn't just the gore that captivated fans. It was the unique blend of characters, moves, and a tournament that decided the fate of Earthrealm. As the series progressed through Mortal Kombat 2 to Mortal Kombat Trilogy, it became a cultural phenomenon. All of these games brought us unforgettable characters like Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Kitana, Mileena, Kung Lao, Liu Kang, you name it. And by the time Mortal Kombat Trilogy hit home consoles, the franchise was on top of the world. Oh, wait a minute. But with great power comes great responsibility, or in Mortal Kombat's case, the inevitable fall. As the 90s came to an end, the world of gaming was moving into 3D, and Mortal Kombat 4 tried to keep up with the times, but honestly, fans weren't too impressed. The transition to 3D was rough, and there's a lot of reasons why. There was a lot of stiff gameplay controls, corny dialogues, fatalities losing their impact, and it was the first time Midway introduced a 3D game. And for all those reasons, the series' identity seemed to fade.
Wait, this is brutality. You can't do it.
Wrong, Jarek. This is not a brutality. This is a fatality.
But that was just the beginning of Mortal Kombat's stumble, because next came Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero, a side-action scrolling game that tried to explore the backstory of Sub-Zero, and don't get me wrong, that is an awesome idea, but it just failed poorly. Players constantly complained about the game's combat, the frustrating controls, and some even said the cheesy cutscenes were terrible, but I love them. And then we got Mortal Kombat Special Forces. I don't know what they were thinking when they made this game. Don't get me wrong, the idea of expanding the Mortal Kombat universe and lore is an awesome idea. But this game is so bad, even fans are trying to forget it exists. But I'm not gonna lie, that intro is pretty catchy. Special Forces! Now in 2002, Mortal Kombat rose with Deadly Alliance. The game improved graphics, introduced a deeper combat system, and for the first time in the series, hold on, that can't be right, hold on. Killed off Liu Kang. Holy sh... You heard that right. Both Shang Tsung and Quan Chi teamed up to kill Liu Kang. This darker storyline brought fans back to the franchise, showing that Mortal Kombat wasn't just about the gore, it had a rich and dark storyline worth exploring. Can we just take a second to admire these character designs? Like Shang Tsung and Quan Chi look terrifying in this game. And I almost forgot to mention the character select music: Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat 4, Deadly Alliance. Every single one of these, even Deception to Armageddon, bangers after banger after banger. Matter of fact, we're gonna go through each song right now for the character select music. I wanna hear in the comment section which character select music is your favorite. Let's go to Mortal Kombat 1. Banger. Banger. Woo! By far, my favorite one. Not as strong as 1, 2, and 3, but still solid. You can tell the vibe they were going for from the 3D era on just by this track. But while Deadly Alliance was a huge improvement, it still needed a little bit of polish, and it laid out the groundwork for what was to come next. When Deception dropped, it was a game changer. Not only did it improve on the graphics and the game mechanics, but it introduced so many game modes that no one expected. Puzzle combat, chess combat, and conquest mode. This mode was insane, and I'm just gonna time out. Hold on, guys, one moment.
I don't know how to make it seem like I'm running around.
in this thing, so like the budget is just going down from here because I don't know how to do that. I just simply don't have the budget, guys, so it's just gonna be playing behind me. I really wanted to go up and punch the grandma in the face and make that seem really cool, but hold on, wait a minute, got a good idea here. But if you want to see me punch an old lady in the face or increase the budget so we can do cool videos like these, you guys can become a member for this YouTube channel. It's just $1 a month. You guys get cool badges and emojis and member only posts. It really helps support this channel so I can make these cool videos. To think that we're almost at 100,000 subscribers is completely mind-blowing to me. I am forever grateful of your guys' support each and every day. I love reading all the comments that you guys leave on the post and the community that we've all built together. It truly means a lot. So thank you guys so much. Let's get back to Conquest mode.
For the first time ever, fans got to explore the whole world of Mortal Kombat like never before. And no, I'm not talking about Special Forces, Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. Those never existed. I don't know what game you're talking about. And again, they made a fire intro for Deception. They made Raiden look so badass in this intro. The fact that he's taken on Quan Chi and Shang Tsung at one time and almost beats them is insane. Nowadays, he's kind of a bitch.
By the Elder Gods.
What is that?
And while we're at it, let's take a listen to that character select music. Hit it. Dude, this shit gives me goosebumps every time. Then we got Mortal Kombat Armageddon, which had the largest roster in the series history. Literally every single character, minus 1 or 2 characters, was in this game. It sounded like a dream come true, but it had its problems. On the bright side, we had the best intro of all time, and we did get cool games like Mortal Kombat, and we also got another Conquest mode, but I lean more on the side of Deception is the better Conquest, but let me know in the comments what are your thoughts. But the biggest problem was the creative fatality system, which sounds good on paper, but it was executed really poorly. We just got off the high of Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Shaolin Monks. Don't even get me started on Shaolin Monks, that was a godsend game. And all of a sudden, we get Armageddon, which they completely remove fatalities from each character. It just felt like Mortal Kombat was losing its touch. Then we got the NRS Era, which completely reshaped Mortal Kombat's image. Mortal Kombat 9 all the way to Mortal Kombat 1. And let me tell you right now, Mortal Kombat 9 was a masterpiece. They rebooted Mortal Kombat in the best way possible. So good that it's been very hard to top ever since. Let me explain a little bit more. Mortal Kombat 9 started off with completely new graphics, a new combat system, a story mode, and even incorporated other game modes like Test Your Might, Test Your Sight, Test Your Luck, and 2v2 mode. And on top of all of that, they introduced DLC characters that we've never gotten before, like Freddy Krueger and Kratos. Although those were console exclusive and I hated that, but we still got them. And to top it all off, Mortal Kombat 9 was now considered eligible to play in tournaments like EVO. So this new reboot completely changed Mortal Kombat's look, but was it for the best? Enter Mortal Kombat 10, and there was some controversy with this game. This was the first time where we were introduced to currency and being able to buy currency in the store in order to unlock certain characters, certain skins, and fatalities and brutalities. And fans didn't like that at all. And for the strangest reason, Mortal Kombat 10 removed the 2v2 game mode as well as Test Your Sight. But the most controversial thing from that game was the characters. As much as I love Mortal Kombat X, I think that has the best gameplay of all time. A lot of people back then hated the new character choices like Devora, Kotal Khan, and the Combat Kids. And even though people hated the Combat Kids, the DLC was phenomenal. It was top tier. Leatherface, Jason, Predator, and Alien, that was insane. Definitely the best combat packs of all time. And I'm not gonna lie, I know a lot of people hated the story in Mortal Kombat X. Maybe I have to rewatch it one more time. But I think that the Mortal Kombat X story and Mortal Kombat 9 story might be a little bit better than Mortal Kombat 11 and Mortal Kombat 1. I know that's a hot take. I have to rewatch it again, so give me some time. But nonetheless, Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat X were the easiest games where you can unlock skins, fatalities, and brutalities. Then things get a little bit controversial with Mortal Kombat 11. They just dialed everything up from Mortal Kombat X, and not in a good way. Remember that currency that was in Mortal Kombat X? Well, it's back, and there's a lot more currency now. Remember those fun game modes like Test Your Might, Test Your Sight, Test Your Luck? not even here anymore. Remember how awesome the gameplay was in Mortal Kombat X and in Mortal Kombat 9? Minus a few broken characters. Well, they completely slowed the gameplay down to the point where it's slower than Mortal Kombat 9. Now, I gotta give credit to NRS here for trying to implement something new in Mortal Kombat. I don't think I'm a fan of the whole strategic, slower gameplay of Mortal Kombat. I like the fast pace like MKX and MK9. Instead of breakers, there's breakaways. And instead of having 3 bars for an X-ray and your super meter, you have 2 bars for your offense and 2 bars for your defense. And although those are really cool innovations for Mortal Kombat, it really didn't resonate with fans all too well, especially the crushing blows. Crushing blows were an awesome cinematic experience to Mortal Kombat. I just think the amount of damage and the requirements to get the crushing blows were way too busted. I mean, the numbers did amazing though. Mortal Kombat did incredible. And part of me has to feel like they did a really good job with their marketing. You know, there wasn't as much marketing for MKX and MK9 as I saw with Mortal Kombat 11. The game was definitely more grind heavy, where you could see Warner Brothers starting to implement that cash grab where they wanted people to pay more for the game. Besides all those negative things, there were some really good things about this game. First of all, the graphics were a huge increase from Mortal Kombat X. Of course, every single year the graphics improve. The story mode was okay, but the additional DLC story mode was awesome. I love the guest characters in this game. Besides RoboCop and Rambo, they were a bit stale. I think the skins and the gear pieces were amazing. 3 for each character, as well as a skin, and then you get to customize the intros and the outros. It was incredible. And how could you forget this? The best thing of all time, the crypt. It immediately reminded me of Conquest mode from Deception and Armageddon mixed with the crypt, and I loved that. It was a dream come true, and if there was one thing that fans constantly praised in that game, it was the crypt. Now, with the whole randomization of the crypt where you would unlock a certain chest and it would give you something random, I didn't like it too much, and I think if they just tweaked that a little bit, that'd be perfect. But boy, did they really fumbled the bag with Mortal Kombat 1. So Mortal Kombat 1 drops, and it looks amazing. The beta comes out, it seemed like it was a lot of fun. I love the graphics. It seemed a little bit slower than Mortal Kombat 11, around the same pace, but that was okay. Then we got the launch, and that was probably the worst launch in Mortal Kombat's history. There was no online rooms, there were no extra game modes, there wasn't even an ability to tag your moves in the practice mode. There was just so many things wrong with the launch of this game. You could tell that they were on a crunch and they were not ready to put this game out yet. And a lot of people were excited for the gameplay, the characters, the customization, and ways to unlock those. And that's where I think Mortal Kombat fell short completely. We got this new game mode called Invasions that NRS and the team were really hyping up for a very long time. And let me tell you something, man. Going from the crypt in Mortal Kombat 11 to Invasions, it's a mess. It is a grind-heavy game. It is way worse than Mortal Kombat 11. And now you have to enter Invasions, go on this board game style map, hit each node, and you have to fight every single node in order to unlock all those coins and the fatalities and brutalities and skins. It is way too grind heavy. And to be fair, they introduced a battle pass system for each character, but the only downside is it only lets you see up to like 4 or 5 items at a time, which is ridiculous. Like, why am I going to grind for something if I can't even see what the end prize is? It makes no sense at all. In Mortal Kombat 11, I went to the customization. I can see every single locked skin and gear that this character has, and if I hover over it, it tells me how to unlock it. If I go to Mortal Kombat 1, click on a character, and see all the skins, oh, would you look at that? I can't. I don't know what skins this guy has, and I don't know how to obtain them. So I'm just kind of left unknowing, how do I unlock these skins? Where do I unlock them? Oh, there it is. It's in the store. It's like $10 for a skin. I will give it this. The graphics are amazing. The default designs for a lot of these characters are awesome, and they brought in the 3D era characters, which is really cool. And the cameo system is so awesome. I really wish there was a 2v2 mode as well, but holy crap, the cameo system is amazing. And I'm gonna be honest, I was really excited about the story for Mortal Kombat 1. And I was like, okay, you know, personally, I don't want them to restart all over again because they already restarted in Mortal Kombat 9. No more multiverse stuff. We left the multiverse in Mortal Kombat 11. We left the time travel in Mortal Kombat 9. Mortal Kombat X was the only story that did not involve time travel and multiverse. We'll restart one more time. We can do this. No more multiverse crap anymore. Story was going great until we hit the third act, and they did it again. And it turned into this whole multiversal war, and I'm like, dude, why are we straying so far away from the story? It was going great from the first and second act. All of a sudden, the third act, it just completely turns into this multiverse stuff, and it really takes away from the whole experience of the first act and second act. It was a bit disappointing. The DLC came out, it was all right. It did kind of feel pointless in a way, like why is this even a DLC story? It doesn't really feel like there's anything of value happening here. I don't know what's going on here. This story just felt really pointless. And the biggest thing that Mortal Kombat 1, I think personally, has failed at the most as well is their marketing. I don't think it's anywhere near the Mortal Kombat 11 marketing that they had. It is just a whole mess. But that is the rise, fall, and fall again of Mortal Kombat. Let me know in the comment section below, what are your guys' thoughts on the entire Mortal Kombat franchise? What are your thoughts on Mortal Kombat 1? And which game is the best of all time?